What's up, guys? Johnny J's here, and welcome to day 10 of our V.E.D.A challenge, V.E.D.A, vlogging every day in April. And sorry for the dizziness behind me, but I'm in the middle of prep work right now to get the stream started for tonight. It should be happening in about half an hour by the time you guys are watching this. Twitch.tv/JohnnyLChase if you guys want to watch live. Getting back into the swing of things with Gears of War 4. And I'm not going to risk taking the controller with me, so there's the Xbox Bone, or X-Bone, whatever, Xbox One, whatever. So I tweeted out today that I was going to talk about, oh geez, I got to clean up my table here. And that was also a disaster and a half. Shouldn't be doing this one-handed, I don't think. So I tweeted out today that I was going to talk about the United Airlines situation. So for those of you who don't know, there was a little kerfuffle today with a United Airlines flight. I think it was from Chicago to somewhere in Kentucky, where they had oversold, which, in this day and age, how do you oversell flights? It doesn't seem possible. Like, here's the number of seats you have, and as soon as you hit that mark, stop selling goddamn tickets, you know? Simple as that. This is 2017. It shouldn't be that hard. So, apparently this flight got oversold, and a couple of United staff members wanted on that flight. So apparently they take priority. And yeah, they announced it, and they're like, we're looking for volunteers to catch the next flight. And of course, no one wanted to. They're like, fuck you, I paid money for this ticket. So one of them actually did volunteer. He was a doctor, and then he just asked, he's like, my wife and I will volunteer our seats. However, I need to know how long is the next flight to Kentucky? And they're like, I think it's next day. And they're like, okay, absolutely not. I can't do this because I have patients to see. So we need on that flight. We need on this flight. So then they're just like, okay, we're going to randomly select people, and you've been randomly selected. So get off the plane. He refused, and security or the police detachment there in Chicago, whatever, wherever the case, it was wrong, in my opinion. It's completely wrong. Removed him off the flight by force. Now the story's going around that he got back on the plane. They let him back on, but his mouth was all bloodied. And the story going around there is that they are saying that, oh, this unfortunate gentleman struck and hit an armrest, and that's what caused his contusions and then caused him to bleed. Bullshit. He got roughed up out in the back. Now, apparently what people are saying is like, oh, don't blame United for this. It's because this is something that happens. Flights get overbooked, oversold, and, people are asked to leave. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And people are trying to justify it by saying, oh, if this happens to you, you can get 200 to 400% back on your flight. I'm like, so I get 3 free flights, or the equivalent of that from going from Chicago to Kentucky? It doesn't make that much sense to me. Now, I've only flown like 6-7 times my entire life. These are for trips out west, or not out west, sorry, to like Punta Cana and the Dominican, Punta Cana, same thing, sorry. Cuba is the other place I've been. And then with layovers in Toronto, because we didn't want to pay for a direct flight, because it's cheaper just to fly to Toronto, wait 3 hours for your layover, and then hop on another plane. But when I went down with my in-laws, we just took a straight flight because F that noise. It's just way easier. But, man, they're catching a lot of fire on social media and news outlets right now for how they handled the situation. And they have that whole, I think whenever a company F's up, what do? They just have, this cut and paste, oh, we are apologizing, we don't know what happened, we are investigating it thoroughly, and I was just like, you don't need to investigate. Motherfuckers got 8 or 9 cell phone cameras recording that shit. So, you know what? I mean, there's your proof right there. I mean, we live in this age now where just, you don't have to wait for the news reports to happen. Everything's already up on Twitter. That's why when places like CNN and anything, they get they're they get a scoop, they stick with that for like 9 hours, and then when they can say like, oh, breaking news in the school shooting, the person was 5'2". Again, the person was 5'2". We're gonna run with this for the next 2 hours. Oh, I already have my controller. I'm running out. I'm running out of. I'm losing my mind. Is like, what do I have to get ready for tonight? So, yeah, the United thing, it's bullshit. If I have to avoid flying with them, I will. I mean, the only company I've ever flown with was WestJet. Maybe Trans Am, maybe, or Transit, if that's the name of it. I don't know. I don't fly much because here's the thing: Canadians pay way more money for flights than anyone else. So whenever I hear like on podcasts, like if I'm listening to Screw Attack or Game Attack or Rooster Teeth or Funhouse, and they're talking about all these flights are going on. It's like, oh, I fly out tomorrow for England, or I'm going out to LA for. It's like, how the fuck can you afford this? Like, if I wanted to go to Toronto, that's like a $600 to $700 flight at tops. Like, it would cost me less probably to drive my car there. I mean, it's going to take forever. It's going to take a full day to get from here to Toronto. But God, like, how do you Americans afford this? Like, I don't know. Like, I would actually like to fly down to the States and then like look up, or maybe even, or I think I could just go on the website there and just like type in, okay, I'm in Texas right now. How do I get from Texas to LA? How much is that going to cost me? Because I've seen people just like, oh, you want to say that shit to me? And like within the Screw Attack Let's Play family, there they're like, oh, I'll come over there, and then they fly out from Austin and go out to LA to join that, and then like, dude, where do you get the money? Just all the women's like, oh, I think I'm going to fly here. Like, for us, we have to plan this shit out like months in advance, And now I get this thing now where I get friends and family that say that if you go down to the border, you better suck Donald Trump's dick, because if they ask you for your opinion on Trump and you either don't give it or you give a negative opinion, they'll just say fuck you, you're not going. I'm like, all right, well, if you're gonna bar me for a year, bar me for another year. I'll say this: you wouldn't ask this if Obama was still president, now would you? Motherfuckers. Anyways, this is a pretty long rant here, so I gotta get the stream going. So hopefully, if you guys are watching this right now on YouTube, you'll come over to the Twitch channel, because we're gonna be playing Gears of War 4 for the better part of the night, because I don't have to get up super early tomorrow. So this has been day 10 of our V.E.D.A challenge, V.E.D.A vlogging every day in April, and I will see you tomorrow.